Yes guys, I'm back with another one, and today what I'm going to be looking at is BTC dominance, see where we're at in dominance. I'm also going to be looking at BTC, see what's going on in there, have a little glance at USDT dominance as well while we're at it, we might as well. We've also got a few coins that I did call in the premium group. If you're not in premium, CWP premium, get yourself in there. I've got my own trading journal in there as well now guys, so I will be giving a lot, many long-term players that I personally think could have an explosive move within the next 4 or 5 months in the crypto market. So yeah, let's get straight into it guys. So I'm on BTC dominance at the minute, and obviously we can see that BTC dominance, I'm just going to move this over here right quickly. We've got BTC dominance here. Like I did say, I think it was in my last video at the beginning of the week, that we potentially are going to have a little spike back up into this area in BTC dominance. This here is a daily zone that I've had marked out where we have rejected from several times before. Really what we want to see in BTC dominance for the alts to run, obviously we want to see BTC stable as much as it possibly can be, and then we want to see something like, we want to see a big rejection candle. So we don't want really, it could play out where it just slowly grinds down like this, but really what we want to see, at the beginning of the week, possibly Monday, Tuesday time, we want to see a massive rejection candle like this. We want to see a really big rejection candle to really help us out with the altcoins. If we're not going to get that, we may start to just grind up slowly, which isn't a problem if we're grinding up slowly, but we don't want to see a spike. Because if we see a spike, it could potentially come back into this area, which I do think it is going to come back into this area. We just don't want it to spike above this value area high. If we do get the spike up, like I did say in my previous video, and we do get the spike up and it just grinds, and then we get the rejection candle, a big rejection candle, then we could potentially get some follow through into this area here, and then another spike into this, which we're going to have a pullback when we get into there, possibly another rejection around this area. But the main area of interest, what I've been looking at for BTC dominance, is here at around 41% potentially, just for the simple fact that we're inside that point now. We're inside the point of control at the minute, and if we see something like this, then alts are going to run, but I really do think that it's only going to run for between 3, 4, maybe 5 months tops before we grind into this zone down here in dominance. It's not just going to be a full-gone conclusion, but this is the zone where I want to see it to come back into, really, and that's where most of the volume is in the dominance chart. And then we're probably going to be doing something along this, which is market structure here when we get back into this area, which does align perfectly with the value area low. The reason I'm saying this is because if we look at the price action up here in BTC dominance, say we just pull it to that low there, and we have a little look, when we have fallen back inside this zone in dominance, we generally do see it come back up to test the high after it's hit the point of control, and then we get follow through. You just go through from May, June, July. We had a push back in October, November, and then December we started to break down in dominance. That's what I really want to be seen in dominance. you know, so we can have this sort of like run that we want in the altcoins. If I can also get another one from the bottom to there. So what you've seen in dominance, the way it's grinded back up, you know, it came back to that high volume node, which was the point of control, the previous point of control for the 2020 area, you know, until May 2021. That was the area, that was the point of control, the previous point of control. It came back up and retested that. You know, like I say, a lot of YouTube channels aren't going to show you these things because these are absolutely beautiful things to use in your trading. If I can just remove this drawing right quickly. I will re-add that drawing at some point, but I'm not too bothered for now. You all know what I've marked out, what I've shown you. So if we look at the point where we're at the minute, this is the main volume profile, this is the anchored volume profile, this is the fixed range. So if we go from here to where we are now and having a little look at the volume that's in this, just in this little area where we're at the minute, we've not really tested that point of control. We are at the minute, which I could see us doing, we have retested the top end of that volume profile there, which is the value area high. This is the reason why I'm seeing a rejection in BTC dominance and a possible touch into this point of control. If we can fall below that point of control, we may get a spike back up like this, but the main area of interest is here. This is your main area of interest in dominance. If we can have a little look at USDT dominance while we're at it, and then I'm going to quickly go through the altcoins, have a little look at BTC, see where we're going with BTC. So if we look at USDT dominance, okay, and we mark out this area here, from here to the top, you can see that the point of control in BTC dominance is around 2.35%. You can see that. So what we'll do is we'll take another volume profile from this high here to this low and have another little look. This is how perfect volume profiles work. I absolutely love volume profiles. They are one of my favourite tools that I love to use. So if we have a little look at this volume profile and we're analysing all this volume, you've got that point of control there. Once we reject that point of control, we come into the low, which we have done here several times. We went back to the high, reject, reject, reject. Once we fell through with force and follow through, we then now retesting that low of that volume profile. So if we analyse the current, where we're at the minute and where we could potentially be going, if we analyse this at the minute, and you can see that it stayed above the value area high for a while, but then it rejected hard and fell below that point of control at the same time. That's, you know, you can see that. So then what we'll do is we'll go back to this area where we were previously, have a look, we'll analyse this area here. Let's analyse that area. The next area of interest is here. If we can get below this point of control here, this value area high, sorry, if we can get below that value area high, there's a high probability that we are going to retest the 2.4% level in dominance. That's going to be absolutely beautiful for altcoins, and that's going to see a drop from where we are at the minute of 40% in USDT dominance. We've also got another significant area here if we fall below at around 1.6. I'm not saying we're going to go that low, but these are areas of interest that we want to look at. We can analyse this area like we just did. You know, just have a little look. Let's analyse this area here. Like I say, it's tried to push back inside that volume area and it's failed to do so. At the minute, it's failing to get back above this value area low with 1, 2, 3 rejections in this value area low at the minute. On the main volume profile here, we're at the value area low. If we can get a move down and a retest, then it is coming for this area here. It's coming for the next area, the next point of interest, which is here. You know, like I said, not a lot of people are going to show you things like this, but this is one of the best tools to use. So keep your eye on that. I'm just going to run through a few trades as well on what I did in the premium Discord. While I'm here, I might as well have a little look at others' dominance. Obviously, we've got a formation that's playing out here at the minute. I'll just remove these for now. So, high volume area here. Yeah, that's the high volume area. Let me just move these zones at the minute. These can really help you out, these zones as well. So if we're having a little look, let's have a look. Let's analyse this, which is the top of that range down into the bottom of this range, where we're at the minute. So let's analyse this when it comes up. So the point of control in this area is matching up near enough perfect to the main point of control, the anchored, which is around 9.7. The value area high in this area is around 12.8. Okay? The next area of interest where I can see a lot of volume is here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to analyse that volume there up into there. You see, when we've got all this volume here, you see how we've come back in and we've retested that high area of volume. I personally think that others' dominance is going to come back into here to try and test that high volume, and it's going to be choppy. If we can fire through and break out, that's your next area of interest in others' dominance, which is around 17%, which will be absolutely lovely for altcoins. Total 3 and Total 2 is a bit of a different scenario because we only have the data in Total 3 and Total 2. See, these are the drawings that I wrote out. I had these drawings marked out weeks and weeks and weeks ago in Total 2. You know, I'm not just a guy that's chatting fluff. You know, I generally do know what I'm going on about because I've traded long enough to see certain things in this market that most people probably aren't going to see, and most people have come in new and they think, oh, well, it must do this, or well, it must do that. It mustn't do no. The price will move the way it wants to move. You just need to be on the right side of the market trying to find out the higher probability setups in trading. So that there is the point of control at 1.2 trillion in Total 2. Like I say, I haven't got much more data to show you on Total 2 because I use the higher time frames. So it's not really something that I can do. There's nothing I can see up here now where there's any volume at all because we only have this amount of data. Even in Total 3 is exactly the same. There's no data that I have now to show me where this could potentially go. So this could potentially come crashing down now at any given opportunity. But the other data that I'm looking at with the BTC dominance and with the USDT dominance is telling me a different story. So this could potentially, come up to this this mark and start to create more volume here. This is where I'm going to have to re-evaluate my volume profile and mark out some more volume up in this area. So that's my take on dominance. BTC itself, let's have a little look at BTC. As you can clearly see with BTC, it's just getting bought back up fast. It's not like it's just, you know, wanting to drop into these. I did mention the other week, if we do fall below here, it's going to move fairly quick. It's going to move rapid. This was your accumulation zone in BTC, and it was a big zone. You know, it had a drawdown sometimes of 30%, but it also had a push back up of 30% at the same time. Well, it probably been more, won't it? No, about 39% every single time, and then it's pushed away from that area. So at the minute in BTC, don't get me wrong, I'm bullish. I'm not saying I'm not bullish, because I am bullish. But what I'm seeing at the minute, I only have the data that I can see. You know, that's the data I can see. That high volume node there, we need to stay above that high volume node, because there is a chance if we do fall into this zone, we are going to revisit the scene of the crime right here in BTC. You know, as long as we stay here and stay stable in this zone in BTC, altcoins will run. But we need to stay stable whilst BTC dominance and USDT dominance keeps dropping gradually. That's my take on it. I'm going to run through a few trades that I called in the Discord group. So I ain't got long, because I've got football soon. And as you can tell, I'm a bit bunged up at the minute. I haven't been well for a few days, but I'm back now, and I'm, you know, keeping an eye on these certain few trades that I have called in the Discord group. So we've got AR. This is the daily important zone. This is what I wanted to see in AR. So we have all this volume here to analyse in AR. I'm going to analyse it right quickly before I've got to go. So from the initial move, I'm going to pull that up. I'm going to pull it all the way along to there. At the minute in AR, we're at the point of control. We're literally at the point of control near enough. So this is a daily area that we need to fire out of in AR. If we can get a nice push in AR out from here, this is why I've established positions here. You know, and I've put my stop loss below that area. I've not put it on that area. I've put it below around, it's 18, I think, that my stop loss is at. So if we can get a nice push out of this area, we're going to revisit that zone there. We've also got liquidity line there and there. Most of this low end liquidity now in AR, there, has been taken. That took that liquidity. This is why I'm establishing positions now in some of these coins, because the most liquidity now I can see lying here, equal highs there. This is all liquidity lying in this market now. All this low end liquidity has all been taken by this move down. You know, and you can go back further and you can have a little look where it took out that, it took out that. I don't think it took out that, it never took out that. So most of these altcoins, the liquidity is all here. It's all lying up above these altcoins. All this low end liquidity now has gone. It's all gone. This is what I'm looking at in these altcoins. I'm looking at the liquidity that's left. Where could it potentially be going to take out this liquidity? Excuse me a minute. This is what I'm looking at in these altcoins. So I know a lot of people will be, you know, they'll get very worried when they're seeing a drop down, or you know, I'm here for the long haul in most of this, you know. But this is all the liquidity, you know. You can pause the video and have a little look for yourself, but this is all the liquidity that I can see in these coins. It's all lying up above us. I'm not saying it's going to just fly straight up and take out that liquidity. It's not. But what I'm saying is the higher probability in most of these coins at the minute is up above us. The liquidity is lying up above us. You know, and we're having a little look at market structure. This at the minute, we're in a zone at the minute where it's literally just going sideways in this zone. Any potential move out of this zone will be perfect. You know, that's your value area low around here. At the minute, on the main volume profile, I'll get that up 1 second. The main volume profile that we're in at the minute, we're at the value area high. We need a push out of this value area for it to continue, but it needs to hold, and it needs to come and retest this area, and it needs follow through. If it's not going to get follow through, I don't care. My stop loss is tiny. I'm not right bothered. You know, if you look at the trade itself, it's a 6 to 1. It's a tiny stop loss. So if I do get stopped out on it, I will look for a re-entry in this coin. I'm not going to be scared out by getting stopped out, you know, for my one. So potentially I'm going to lose $100 to make $600, or $1,000 to make $6,000. That's how you should look at it, you know. Are you willing to lose $100? Are you willing to lose $10? Are you willing to lose $1,000? If you are, but you've got a potential gain of 6,000, 600, 60, whichever, then what's the higher probability setup in this? The higher probability setup clearly is to go long in this coin. What you're getting here from this to this, you know, if I analyse it and I just have a little look, say you have gone short here, and you put your stop up there, and you're aiming for this low end liquidity here, it's nowhere near a better risk to reward than actually going long in this coin. So think about it before you take these trades. Have a little think and think, is this trade better for me to go long or better for me to go short? I'm also going to look at FTM, and then I'm going to do another video in a couple of days, and I'll let you know where we're at in FTM. But at the minute, FTM looks really strong. It's holding above that value area high. It's come above this structure here, and potentially we're looking to come for this high in liquidity, which is on the daily. You can see the liquidity where it's lying. We've got a little bit of liquidity there, about 1.38, and then we've got some more liquidity, perfect liquidity, lying up at around 1.6462. And then, you know, just having a look at where the liquidity lies in all these coins. Where is the liquidity? Because it certainly ain't below us anymore, because most of that's been taken out. That's what you've got to think of when you're taking these trades. This was a trade that I sent out into the group, and we're up a really nice amount, you know, from the entry. We're up a good 10%. If you got that on times 10 or whatever, you're absolutely flying. So, you know, it's one of them. Like I say, I'm going to shoot because I have got football at the minute. But don't forget, I've got links in the description. CWP. Obviously, we've got a premium channel. I've got my own trading journal in there now. We've got Mr. Beast trading journal, Andre's trading journal. Join us, see what you think, have a little look. But we are printing. We are printing every single day of the week. We've got Slim's bots, always printing, believe me. Slim and his bots are always printing. We've got James's Baccarat indicators, if you want to use them as well. These are indicators that are on TradingView. This is one of James's Baccarat indicators here that I'm using. It's a money flow indicator, absolutely fantastic indicator. Take a little look. So you know, these are James's Baccarat indicators here. Got invite only. These are all the indicators that he's got. Absolutely fantastic. For the price that you're paying for this, it's absolutely fantastic. Same with premium. For the price that you're paying for premium, it's a steal. It's an absolute steal. So go take a look at that. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, guys. And that's it from me. I'm going to get out of here, and I will catch you in the next one. Happy trading, guys.